Okay, I left and came back. Is this better? This is what I don't need. Because the logo didn't recognize my camera. Okay, now you can hear me. Well, there was a little line through my microphone. Hi to everybody who came in while I was having issues. Hi, Ann. Hi, Riri. Hi, CB. Hi, Joan. Yeah, I don't know. If it's going to be a day filled with problems, I'll see you guys next Monday. How about that? And I just got a message, so I suspect it's Dee Dee. Oh, boo, we hear you. You muted yourself? No, I didn't mute myself. There was on the screen, Dee Dee, I chose the camera mic, I chose the Realtek mic, I chose all the different mics, and the little microphone thing had a line through it, and I didn't know what to do to get rid of it. So anyway, quit whining about it. How about that? Hi, Artie Dar. Oh, who else did I miss? Hi, Alyssa. So yeah, sorry. Anyway, Dee Dee, you showed that book that had where you had to pick out all the different things, A, B, C, you know. Do you remember that book? I know you did. You just saw it. Is Uncle Hey Uncle Dan. I'll wait for Dee Dee. You can't grump. I'm here. I'm not gonna grump. What the hell? Okay, so I did buy the book. I can't find it, which is not surprising, but anyway. I went in search of that book and couldn't find it, but this was one of the books I did find. This is one of those same books. I don't know, probably a lot of you have seen it. Animalia by Graham Base. And each of the drawings in here chooses an animal or a letter of the alphabet, and his drawings are amazing. Amazing. And I've had this since the kids were little. An armored armadillo avoiding an angry alligator. Cool, right? Look at this butterfly. Beautiful blue butterflies basking by a babbling brook. I have it, CB. I just have to find it. You have it. It's amazing drawing. It is. This is the most amazing book. Crafty crimson cats. Carefully catching crusty crayfish. So, the first page, right? This is the most amazing book. He's an amazing artist. I don't know if he's alive, whatever. Wicked warrior wasps, wildly waving warlike weapons. Who doesn't love that? And vultures vocalizing. So if this doesn't inspire you, probably nothing will. They're huge pictures. I mean, this book is really big, but yeah, I saw this book and I thought, I've never shown that. And if you guys haven't seen it, this is an amazing book. Makes me want to pick out, like, look at the peacock. Proud peacocks preening perfect plumage. Is that not amazing? But like now I want to draw that peacock on one of the Pantone cards. And it's funny because these Pantone cards have definitely unlocked something in me, because everywhere I look now, I think, oh, I could do that on a Pantone card. Oh, I could do that on a Pantone card. Okay, Diddy's saying he is alive. He's 65. Well, it's close to my age. No wonder I like his stuff. 9 nautical newts navigating near Norway. And look at that ostrich face. Doesn't that make you want to at least attempt drawing it? Because it's so fabulous. Came out in 1986. Well, I haul this crap around my whole life, Dee Dee. This one is one of my, maybe my favorites. The two lions. Lazy lions lounge in the local library. How cool is that? Kid Kookaburra and Kelly Kangaroo kidnapping Kitty Koala. And another thing this reminds me of is the 3 prompts from Dee Dee. You know, he obviously found words that started with the letter that he was going to illustrate and then came up with just some amazing things that don't belong together. You need this, Tori. I know. What's the name? The name of the book is Animalia. I think I'm saying that right. By Graham Base. I brought another one too. This is Joe Jackals juggling jugs of jelly in the jungle. Hi, Icy. Riri, did I say hi? If I've missed anybody, I had problems going in. Ingenious iguanas improvising an intricate impromptu on impossibly impractical instruments. Who doesn't want to draw that? Look at that lizard face. I want to draw that. Mine won't be like his, but like the background looks so watercolory, and whatever he did really good. Really good. The lion poster was a national lot. I thought so, Dee Dee. I wasn't sure. Horrible hairy hogs hurrying homeward on heavily harnessed horses. Look at them. How much fun would that be? And here's some monkeys. Great green gorillas growing grapes in a gorgeous glass greenhouse. 33 on Amazon. Did you look? You probably could find a good used version of this. Mine is like brand new. And honestly, the kids, we looked through this every time they came to visit. I promise. No, I'm glad you're better today, Joan. I'm sorry that you're feeling caca. Where am I going to put this now? And then this is the 11th hour. It's a curious mystery. But the illustrations are equally beautiful. It's just a beautiful book. His books are just so awesome. So there you go. And I read this to the kids many, many times. It's a poem. Look at that elephant, the pig. The pig is awesome. That one I'm actually, because I think I have picked out the pig that I'm going to draw. But I can always come back to this because some of these are too good not to at least try and reinvent. So, yeah, so there. Now I've introduced you to another really good artist, and you can spend some of your savings on that. How about that? You like that? There are used copies. I imagine you do. There would be used versions of it. $8.89 on Amazon. It is an awesome book. Okay, Thrift Books has it for real cheap. Oh, to $49.99. That is a little pricey, but I don't know. I've only ever gotten one book from Thrift Books that showed where, and it was a drawing book from a library. So I kind of was happy about it because it meant people had checked it out and actually used it. So I was cool with that. Hey, Shaz. All right. So anyway, there. Hopefully I've done a little bit of enabling today. And I thought, Dee Dee, I did do what you told me to do with the acrylic gouache. You guys, I'm having a hell of a time. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with a used book. I have bought tons of them. So, but I was bitching at Dee Dee. Well, I wasn't bitching at her. I was whining, as usual, about me and these acrylic gouache. I'm struggling. She said, it's the paper. It's the paper. Get out some paper and just paint some boxes. So I did. and that was what I did. So, um, this is and I haven't posted this on, IG because I have really mixed emotions about it. This is the one I tried to do with the acrylic gouache, and I ended up doing the background with it, um, but I have to say the leaves are the acrylic gouache, but I can't get the paint smooth on these cards. Um, and it frustrates me. It just frustrates me, I didn't think it would be difficult. I really didn't. And that now that I'm having to do it, it's difficult. Thanks, you guys. I don't know. The This is somewhat like the original, not exactly like the original, but I ended up giving up. And Dee Dee said, "It's the paper. Try it on a different paper." Well, now I bought them to use on the Pantone cards, but apparently they're not gonna work. So, um, and maybe I'm just a big crybaby, which I'm pretty sure I am, and that's okay too because that's that's how I roll. Um, this card was actually red, so I didn't actually hit the goal because I ended up just changing the background completely because I was so pissed off. Um, I'm not sure, and maybe I should pick out a couple of cards and see if I use some clear gesso on 'em. Um, no, Alyssa, I may be too hard on myself, but honestly, this took so much longer than it had to because my frustration level was off the chart. If I drank, I would have gone and had a drink. That's how bad. So I don't know. I'm not gonna give up on him, but I tell you, that was that was my 2nd attempt and it sucked. This one was so much fun, you guys, because the girl who originally drew this, and her name she's on Instagram, she's Lisa Kim. She did it black on white, but I just liked the whole kind of feeling of it. So I did white on black, which you have to think totally different. I changed the background of my cards, so I think this still counts. Well, it's gonna count. I mean, you can't go back and undo now, but this was really fun doing the white on the black, and I've talked about doing it forever and ever, and so I thought, "Just do it," because you can always just throw it away. And the background of this is actually a dark, dark, dark green, but it was so close to black, I thought, "Oh, it'll work." So this one was really fun, like that. This one was a frustration, but it's done now, so whatever. And then the only other one I've done since I've shown them, I'm pretty sure, because yeah, I did these 2 on stream. So all week long, I got 3 done. Ugh, I'm pitiful. Anyway, the snail, poor Robert, the he's out in nature all the time, but when I showed that to him, he didn't know what it was. I said, "Does it look like a snail at all?" "Oh, yeah, yeah, I can see it now." "What?" God, I don't know. Should I be worried about him? Yeah, the snail was fun. It was really easy, and I liked the texture in his little body, his slimy little body down here. That was fun. And actually, I kinda cheated because there were rocks up here too, but I got so tired of drawing the rocks, I just quit. It's a snail, right? I know. Unless it's a tractor with an engine in it, he is so not interested. Or anything with an engine. Boat with an engine, tractor, lawnmower, truck, doesn't matter. So, thanks, you guys. So, I have to say these have been really fun, and Devin, I'm so glad you bought them because I think, you're gonna enjoy them as much, um, as I am. Yeah, and um, Some of them, like this one, obviously, I didn't have to do anything in the background. This one, I had to do the background just because I messed it up so bad. So, the backgrounds, I don't know. Sometimes I want the whole picture to be just the whole card. But yeah, it definitely, I think it stretches. Would I have ever drawn a snail? Thought, "Oh, man, I like to draw a snail." Never. I would never have done that. So today I thought I have a few ideas. I've been wanting to do the ballet slippers, which this card just um that was the first thing I thought of when I saw it. So ballet slippers. Um I got those books out, 365 Days of Inspiration or whatever they're called, and I came across this picture. This one's going to be fun too. So I'll let you guys decide which one I work on. Um, but I like that it's the underside of a leaf and you see the frog or his toad, I don't know, his little body underneath. So hi, Pixie Cora. And then I have a bunch more too. I think it was Flo who said something about doing one of them out of this book that would be really easy to draw a line along. I picked out this card to do the line on so that there'll just be a whole, okay, Chaz is saying, Terry's saying frog, ballet slippers. Hi, Dorothy. You know the album, Dan. I am impressed. Very impressed. But this little lion would be really easy to draw along with. So I don't know. I have stuff all over here. Save this for that, save that for that. Oh my God. You did a chameleon coming through a leaf in Procreate. Anyway, hi Brenda. Oh my God, it took forever for 1 p.m. to get here. So I don't know which one. Probably they're so fast, really, that I probably can get both of them done. This one I've been saving forever, so let's give it a go. And I have kind of come to the decision there's more than just a 19-inch neck, Janet. I know, right, Devin? So many fun ideas. Hi, Tommy Joe. Um, I was drawing a lot of the sketches because I just give myself the bare minimum is what I try to do in graphite. And then I'd have to erase and it would leave smudges and I was frustrated and blah, blah, blah. And I'm such a whiner, I know. So the last couple, I've been actually using the white Prismacolor to do the sketch, and it blends in with whether you use it on top or it erases easy. So, but all of my cards, I did go ahead and cover in matte medium. So I didn't want to have to get the mess out a bunch of different times. I didn't know which ones I would, which ones I wouldn't. So I ended up just doing all of them. And I may have created a problem for myself. So anyway, let's see where I don't have a lot of room. So I'm gonna probably foreshorten the ribbons. I want the shoes to end. Yeah, see, I want the shoes to be the bulk of it. So the ribbons will just end up going off the page. Because you don't get a second chance, you know? We'll see how well we do here. I've got it terribly off-centered. Now you have to decide, do you stop and redo it? You do. You stop and redo it right now. I just took a flat brush and did it, Devin. Just brushed it on. And as a result, I get brush strokes. I don't know if you can see it on here. I can see it on a bunch of them. Like here, you can see the brush strokes. And that's what's creating my problem with the gouache, according to Dee Dee. Yeah, see, this one you can definitely see the brush strokes of the matte medium. So, but I knew I wanted to use colored pencils for sure. All right, the center's going to be right about here. So, all right, there we go. And I know you guys can't see when I'm drawing in the white, but hopefully it'll show up soon enough. And or I'll learn that maybe this isn't the best thing to do. All right. Because they can't be that big, you know? These are raggedy shoes. Somebody used them a lot. They look well loved. And honestly, I won't have to do much because that is the color of the slippers. So I won't have to do much, I don't think. Best tool to own, Tombow Mono Eraser. Okay. We have the basic idea here. All right. I think I didn't erase a couple lines, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I got out every pink, but I think this is going to be the one that's going to be the most useful. So I'll go ahead and put in the darker with this first. Can you guys see okay? Probably not. Let me pull you down. You've seen the shoes, so you don't necessarily need to see that. Maybe I picked a bad one because you can see. Oh, this is a bad one because you guys can't see. Maybe I should do the frog. Your mom was a ballerina. How cool is that? All right, tell me if you guys want me to do something different that you can see because this is I'm not sure. I didn't realize it was gonna be so hard for you to see. Because I can do this anytime when I'm sitting here by myself. You can see now? Okay. Hey, Patty. She just left to go answer the door. All right, so let's see. Trying to get some of the darker stuff in here so you can see it a little better. Because actually what you're going to be seeing is going to be the shadows as much as anything. Somewhere around here, I don't remember where, I have a watercolor, I think, of some ballet slippers that I have done. I might have bitten off more than I can chew, too. Actually, that one's going to be the darkest thing on the whole page. Make that a little bigger. And I haven't even thought about the background, what I'll do with the background, since the shoes are so perfectly this color. there you can see the matte medium lines. If they bother me too much, I just sharpen this and just go in there and try and get it solid. Otherwise, I don't worry about it too much. Hi, K-Berg. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Barbara Clark. All right, let's go. Now you'll start seeing it take some shape because the sole's in there. It's almost like drawing the negative space. And if you've never done that, it's an unbelievably good exercise to do. I gotta alter this. I've got it too far over. The white erases. Awesome. Okay, can you guys see them taking shape at all? Yes, Pixie, the color of the card. Boy, that's out of focus. The color of the card is your inspiration for whatever is going on it. At least that's how I'm doing it. You can do it any way you want. Um, it's entirely up to you. Like Anne Lair is doing it with collage. Okay, you like to see how they build up. That's kind of what it is when you do a negative because, I'm not necessarily looking at the whole shoe. I'm looking at what is darkest and where to go from there. And some of this I'll probably end up picking up before I'm done. But that's kind of what the whole process is like. And then it might help if I did some of the white, because you're working in between the lightest colors and the darkest colors. Look, I wrote myself, find the alphabet book. And somewhere in between those 2 is where it kinda just develops out of nothing. And this one's especially hard because the background is the exact same color of the shoes. I may change that. Oh, she takes a picture of the original Pantone cards, swipe left? Ugh, that would involve pre-planning. And I kinda do it in sections, like, rather than do all one, I kinda do it in sections, um, and a really sharp pencil is imperative when you're working so small, because these are pretty small little drawings. I think the actual size of the color itself is, like, 3.5 by 3.5, if I'm correct. Hey, I'll get out a ruler and measure it. Oh, 3 3/4, sorry. Big fat liar over here. Yeah, about 3 3/4. Okay. Let me get rid of some of this white up here. I probably will end up going back in and putting it in again. We'll see. The light's really shining on this. Hard for me to. I don't think I put that wrinkle in. Let's see. This black pencil drives me crazy. I don't know why I don't get a new one. I have plenty of new ones. I'm going to put in some of the very lightest now. Hopefully this white will show up well on this pink. We'll see. I know I get really quiet when I'm thinking, because I'm thinking here. I do try not to spit on it. Okay, clean off your white pencil before you goof up. Sometimes I can smear the colored pencil with a Q-tip. I'm not going to show where the shoe is actually kind of tearing a little bit. Taking the baby swimming, good on you. Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. You guys are talking about hiding paper clips? What? Oh, rag flags. Okay, I'm just going, what are you all even talking about? Hiding paper clips. All right. I'm not sure what I want to do with the background, if I want to do anything at all. Oh, Leah, good. I'm glad it got there. The love bugs envelope? Is it love bugs? I thought it was Bugs Bunny. But what do I know? That's been more than a day ago, Leah. What the hell? What you expect me to remember? Let's see where I am here. Let me see if this light pink shows. A little bit, yeah. I'm going to soften some of that white. I'm glad it got there, Leah. I was so remiss. I did that just days after you sent me that ephemera, and that was so kind. Thank you. But I put all that stuff together, and then it literally sat here. It sat here. Ah, thanks, Pixie. I don't know. Dee is some kind of magic, so don't even try to put me in that whole category because that girl has magic flowing out of her fingertips. Let me see which of these Q-tips I want to use. I think I'm going to use these. These are the most useful little tools on the planet. These pokey ones with the flat end. The lines in here are kind of bugging me, so I'm going to try and smear them out. If they won't smear out, I'll just deal with it. I'll quit whining like a freaking baby like I am. The thing is, I could probably put more wax in there, but I don't know if I want to. I may have to. Just smooths it out a little bit. I knew this wasn't going to take very much drawing. Yeah, it's not smoothing out as much as I would like, so I'll just take a little bit longer. This does take some thinking, though, because you really are drawing something that's almost not there. It's fun. This has been a blast for me, really. And I think as much fun as doing the actual art is looking for what you're going to draw. Okay, Pixie, go have fun swimming with you, girly. The washi tape, this is the worst washi tape in the world. I don't know. It's not washi material. I mean, it's pretty and it sticks better than most, but it's not washi material. So, yeah. Thanks, Devin. And I think I actually want to darken some of this up because you're not drawing the pink, you're drawing everything but the pink. And that's just a little weird. So see how I have to go back sometimes and darken up? I don't know. This is different than most everything I've ever done. Because you can't even tell that that goes over, so you've got to give it some definition. No, press down this pink a little bit harder. I'm actually going to erase some of that. Yeah, that's better. Sharp pencil. Imperative. When you've got the black down, you can't really brush it. Now I'll do the very black ink last. Okay, I need that seam right there. If you don't like it, redo it. What would you guys do with the background? Would you leave it just the pink, or would you do something with it? All right. Read chat real quick. Oh, poor little Lucy. Thanks, Patty. It's hard drawn on this. You can definitely see in here. Okay, let's try an experiment because I'm not liking how that's not real smooth. Let's see if we can smooth it out with the magic chalk pencils. If not, I'll end up just taking the time to color that really carefully. I just hate to torture you guys. Let's see if I've got, oh, no good gray in here. What the hell? Well, the other thing I could do, which I'm probably not going to do while you guys are here, is I can always try, or I'll try it if you want me to. Pan pastels, because that was another thing I was going to try. Was see how the pan pastels worked on here. The problem with the pan pastels, however, is I'd have to spray it when it's done. Ugh. Man, I really should do something in there, I guess. All right, we're just gonna do it this. Those the ribbons I'm definitely not going to do anything with. But I'm sure I've got a gray pan pastel. Hi, Connie. Aw, thank you so much. You think color it? Leave it? Leave it? Oh my gosh, everybody's got a different idea. I'm thinking because the shoes are so light, I probably need to do something. All right, you know what? Ugh, I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna get out the pan pastels because I really don't like that gray. Um, but also do a little bit in the background. Let me see. Thing is, if you've got cool stuff, you should use it, right? All right, let me get the gray out. I can't put it on the table because there's no room, you guys, but um, I'll get out the two colors that I think I want to use. God, I haven't had these out in so long. I don't even know where the new tips are. Oh, look at all nice new things. I love being me when I find cool stuff. And look at a little brush to brush them off. The thing is, where's the new pointy one? I know I have a bunch of them. I just don't know where they're at right now. There they are. If you're not familiar, these are soft tools designed to use with pan pastels. Don't be so difficult to get out. Dee Dee uses the big pads as a, I might try that actually, as a palette. Okay, we'd be good. Do you know what kind of big mess I'm going to be making here, you freaks? Maybe that's why I stream. Because if I was left here on my own, I probably would just say, oh, screw it. Don't bother. Not worth it. Okay, so I'm going to look for the pink I have is really pink. And I resisted buying more of the pan pastels. I do have them in trays, so I'm just going to take the gray out if it'll come out easy. There it is. It's a lighter gray. And we'll take the black out so we can do. And I have multiple whites, so. All right, we're on to something here. I don't have the whole set of pan pastels, and I'm not inclined to buy them because I don't use them enough, and it's probably like the acrylics. I just don't feel like I'm proficient enough to be spending any more money on something pricey like this when I can't do the very basics that I already have. So my selection of pinks is pitiful, but we're going to use what we got. Okay? All right. I think we got everything we need. What's Dee Dee laughing at me? What dumbass thing did I say now? All right. It's cool. Oops. Did I knock that down so far? I'm going to pull out a little bit. These tools or these foam little doodads are a little fragile, so you have to treat them a little special, kind of like me. I'm a little fragile, and you need to treat me as special as you possibly can. How about that? We're going to try it its own strength. Let's get a piece of little paper out here. before we go direct to the art. Oh, I think that's going to be a great color. Let's give it a go. We're going to, oh, look at that smooth as snot. Maybe I'm in love. I will have to spray this though, but that's okay. I don't mind. But look at it fill in those matte medium ridges so perfectly. Oh, I'm gonna be a happy girl, I could tell. I think it does help to move it off onto a different thing. Oh, this is perfect. All right, you're probably gonna see some more pan pastel art. Of course, then I'll be calling Dee Dee going, oh my God, I'm going crazy. Rah, rah, rah. I'll be bitching at Dee Dee before you know it. Dee Dee's always so, try this, do this. But yeah, it does fill in those ridges very, very nicely. The problem I have with pan pastels, because a lot of the art I enjoy doing is small, like, and these you have very little control. Like doing those shadows is fine, but to get in and do any really fine work, yeah, that's probably not happening. But for something like this, perfect. And then you need a paper towel, which I had some out here just a minute ago. What did I do with them? Where did I put those? Knowing me, they went promptly in the trash. I never not have a paper towel around. I'm losing my stuff. All right, I'll just use my rag here. But to clean off the soft tool, all you got to do is rub it off on a paper towel, and it comes almost completely clean. Let's see how the white shows up. Because I've already done the colored pencil, but I might be able to smooth that out a little bit. It definitely is smooth. The thing I'm wondering though is if I put my hands on it, I'm going to smudge it terribly. We're going to do another little experiment here. Thanks, Joan. Hey, Z. Z, your tag backgrounds were awesome yesterday. That was fun watching you. When you put those eyeballs on there, I was like, what are you doing, Z? But somehow you made them work perfectly. I would never have slapped those eyeballs on there, but honestly, at the end of the day, you made them look amazing. All right, here's where we're gonna do some mixing, okay? Because if I'm looking in the camera right now, I can't see this edge of the shoe, even though I've put a little gray line there. So, and I'm afraid to do, well, okay. Let's see how well it erases. I think it's gonna erase really nicely. And these lines have to be somewhat crisp, so, yeah, it erases beautifully. So, if I don't like the background that I end up putting over there, what do you do with that little brush? There it is. This is a makeup brush, and it's really nice because you can brush it without spitting on it, Dee Dee. And it's just a makeup brush. Okay. I really like I could get this stuff done really fast this way. Yeah, baby. Yeah, background will make the shoes pop. So, because the only pink I have is like this color, it's not gonna show up at all. Let me try and mix. It's more of a like a magenta, which I don't wanna put something this bold on there, but let's see if we can mix something. Needs more. It's almost too pink, huh? Hi, 7. And then the other option, but what I was thinking on the background, of course, I could do the background with just a colored pencil too. Just pick like this pink. Let me see which I like better because I can erase that really easy. And this I probably can too. What I was thinking was just some sort of, not necessarily a shadow, but just um, some color. 'Cause that actually, I can't really color that. Ugh. Mix the pink, peach into pink. Hey, Robert just brought in some happy mail. Should I open it? Mix the peach into the pink. Isn't that what I did, Edie? Mix. Oh, the peach colored. I do have a peach colored. All right, we're going to do some experiments. I'll do this peach. It's prettier. All right. Oh, that's way better. Dee, you're magic. Girl. All right, I won't take off the colored pencil. I'll go ahead and leave it. And then I'll smooth it out with the pen pastel. I am going to experiment a little bit more with this, though. Yep, I do need to erase that. Don't want this big old fat mess over here. Okay, and if you're doing this and you end up, even with colored pencil, if it won't erase perfectly, you can always take the colored pencil off the matte medium with some odorless mineral spirits. So if you do something you just really, really hate, you can always back out of it. Believe me, I've learned the hard way. That definitely is making the shoes stand out a little bit more. Awesome. But you can still see the matte medium ridges, which is fine, I guess. This is definitely worth experimenting more with, for sure. I'm going to try to picking up some of it with the Robert's making all the noise in the background. He has to wait until I'm streaming to do crazy, stupid stuff. Okay, I figured out how to get rid of that ridge. Just use the peach 100%. It'll leave the color, but fill in the ridges. So that's cool. I like that. See, getting that into that very little spot there is just almost impossible. That's all right. Can't be that picky. Now, I would not have bought the pan pastels to do this, but since I have them, this turned out awesome. And then I think it's just going to take flipping this over and getting the clean side and just almost burnishing it out. And I need to soften some of that black, I think. Just smooth it like crazy. And sorry, I just banged the camera. Now, up here, let me see if I can make it a little bit darker right there. And that one you can't see, so little spot right there. That peach worked awesome, Dee Dee. It was exactly the color I needed. Is that better? How it just blends out, but the shoes, um, now don't just mix into the background completely. You don't need to flip it. I'm just glad that gray smoothed out so nice. That was awesome. Oh, this one's got way too much color on it. That'll goof up for sure. Thanks, you guys. Hang on, I'm flipping this other soft tool. I'm going to try and smooth out that gray just a little bit more. That's I'm really happy that I tried this. I really am. All right. I probably, let me see. Move on to something else now. Yeah, but Dee Dee, I was going into a lighter color with that dark blue. That always scares me. Another thing I was, I don't, well, hang on, let me see. Oh, you guys, I asked a question, then I do this all the time. I know, so just don't say anything. Um, should I open the Happy Meal? Oh, I've not tried a blender pencil either yet. Um, okay, we're gonna open it. It's from Georgia. I told her not to do this. One thing about when you get a package from Dee Dee, she makes absolutely certain that you never get in the package. You end up having to use what tools. Like, all right, here we go. I told her not to do this, and she did it anyway. She sent me the Faber-Castell pens that she got on sale because mine didn't have them. Or if they had, I don't think they even had them. So maybe they'd put them on sale and then, thank you, Dee Dee. And then they were just all gone. Let's take a look at them. Let's look at them. Fun new stuff. Used and wreck. I'll leave one of them in the package. They're both 2.5 nibs. Opaque white India ink. Oh, 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 they look nice. They look really nice. We have some black paper here, I'm sure. Thanks, Dee. They're calligraphy nibs, so I can crush them. Nice. I swear my calligraphy could definitely use some practice. Nice. You're hyperventilating. Thanks, Shaz. Honestly, I could definitely use some practice. And these kind of nibs, I bought the black in these. I left one of them out for myself. I got the black, and Dee Dee sent me the white, um, which both of them will get used, but I probably won't use them for calligraphy. I'll probably use them as fill-ins for, say, for example, if I was um, doing one of these cards, the India ink would be awesome. Another thing is, let's just check because we can. Um, because it's India ink, yeah, it's going to be completely waterproof. Fun stuffs. Leave it right here. Thanks, Dee. Yeah, they are. The other has a different nib. I thought they both said they were 2.5. Are you hosing me, girl? Let's look. Might as well open them both. The other, she said the other one has a brush nib. All right. I'm not digging that other stuff out of it. Bullet, Diddy. Bullet. Now I need that black piece of paper again. I thought they were both the same. Two different ones. Awesome. I don't know where that black paper that I just threw away went. It's dark under my table and I can't see. Oh, check it out. Maybe you'll have a new favorite white pen. Zentangle for sure. I could have used this the other day when I was working on that other card. I ended up just using a jelly roll, and then I'm such a dumbass, you guys. Oh my God, am I a dumbass? I will definitely be doing black and white. Steady hand? Well, Joan, it depends on the day, honestly. I'm not near as steady as I used to be. Just saying. But I think that's true of all of us. I don't, are any of us as sure as we used to be when we were young? I know I'm not nearly as steady. And another thing I noticed the other day, my balance isn't as good. So I'm going to start doing some um, some balance exercises because the one thing um, I don't want is poor balance. So I'm gonna do something about the balance. And I noticed it when I was coming up the stairs outside. I didn't almost fall or anything, but I could just tell that I wasn't as sure-footed. So that's something I'm definitely gonna take care of. I'm looking on the camera to see because back here, um, like these shadows definitely could be dark, you know. Oh, well, I can fiddle with this later. Do you guys want to draw the frog? This kind of sucks. When you can start, like in your head you're getting older. Um, but when you can see it either in behavior or something. I actually looked up some stuff 7. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna um work on the old balance thing. I wonder if Robert could make more new noise if he wanted to. I'm just gonna have to put this here to delineate that, I think. No. All right, I'm gonna start dinking with it and wreck it now. So, all right, there is 4, so that's good. Hi, a rat. The rat just scurried out because he knows I was ready to kick his ass. All right, I probably will come back to this before I post it and smooth out some of the little areas and stuff. Um, but I'm not at all unhappy with it. And I'm not going to do anything else with the background, I don't think. Because again, I want about 50% of the card to remain the original color. So what's today? 7:10. Can you guys believe that? And before I do too much with this, I'm going to have to spray it. But yeah, I like that soft kind of pink in the background. Ugh. I must have really pushed that down. Dang, girl. I don't want to touch it too much. Go. Taping it sure does make it easier than cleaning it up later. See how it's dirty down in here? Yeah. But I will definitely spray that before I mess with it too much. Oh, it's the 11th over there, Shaz. We're still on the 10th over here. I just saw it. I'm gonna lighten up that gray just a hair. Of course, then I probably shouldn't have done that. All right, I need to leave it alone before I screw up. Thanks, Leah. All right, do we want to do the frog on the leaf? I don't think I can do pan pastels with this one. One, because if I use this green card, which was the closest I could come to, but hopefully I can use some yellow in the places that I need to. I definitely can put all these pinks away. Because really all I'm going to need for this is like dark gray and I don't think I'm gonna use white. I think I'm gonna use like a cream color. I'll leave the white out and I'll leave the dark gray and the black because I'll always eventually, and then I'll get a yellow out. So this is really reverse drawing because um, the color of the card is going to be the color of the leaf. So let's see how we do. I'm going to go ahead and draw him in white no matter what. But look at how big he is. He's bigger than the whole card itself. So, um, see, I've probably already drawn him too big because look at the span from the edge of this foot to up to here. So this one needs to be like all the way up here. Yeah, see, I've already drawn him way too big to fit on the card. This may be a bigger challenge than I thought. Let me sharpen this white. You know what I can do is I'll get the white very thin. It keeps a point a little bit longer. The Prisma Verithin pencils are just the hard lead of the Prismacolor. Um, all right. You know what I think I'll do is I'll do his body, and if his arms and legs end up going off the card, that's where he's going to end up being because let's just say this hand is here. Here's his head. Here's this hand over here. His squatty little body. All right, I think I can get him on. This leg down here, because it's so long, I probably am gonna this one's gonna have to drop off. Otherwise the frog's gonna end up being this big. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? What are you guys yakking about? 7-Eleven used to offer a free Slurpee. God, I haven't even seen a 7-Eleven in forever. Down here, we probably the biggest store that kind would be QT's. And QT's have awesome drinks and fountains. Yeah, his bottom leg's gonna have to go off, you guys. Just can't. It's got scrawny little legs here, though, I have to say. Okay, he's got 5 toes on his back feet and only 4 on his front. What kind of frog would that make him? Probably foreshortened that leg a little bit. Oh well. None of mine are exact. His general body shape is about right, and I tried to tuck this leg up a little bit, but it's not going to work. Can you guys see him? Your city is the Slurpee capital of the world? Oh my God, why couldn't I have been born in the Slurpee capital? No, I want to be born in the um, iced coffee capital. All right, I'll go over this lightly with the dark gray, the ones I want to keep. Let's start. Here it is. Now his body's not as long. You'll get the idea. This may be the goofiest one I've done. My neighbor's kids are here, and I think I can hear them out swimming in the lake. They're screaming so loud. Their grandkids are here. There's your frog. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. Now, see, if I wasn't such a whiny crybaby, I could probably get out the acrylic gouache and paint him black. Or yeah, because black would be. But you can kind of see the letter, the veins of the thing through him, so I can't really do that. Never mind. That was a dumb idea. I won't um erase all the white because the dark gray will probably just cover it. Um, so let's see about doing this texture in the leaf. And I have to erase this before I start doing the texture in the leaf because after that gets down, I won't have probably a chance to clean it up because I'll end up erasing the stuff I want to keep. I'm going to leave this little brush out so I don't have to rub it. Woohoo! Color in CK green. Oh, dark green rather than black. I could do that. I could do it. I could do it. I think the veins in the leaves I'm going to do with probably the cream color. Let me see which cream. I actually did go through all my pencils the other day. This one might be good. That's ginger root. That could work. Or cream is the one I'm really thinking of. Or the French Gray 10%. That's not the one I was thinking of, though. Where's the one? Here it is. Eggshell. This will work. I think this is the one I want. And then I'll get out a dark green. Let's see what else we've got. That's probably the darkest green. I'll see how it works. Is that all we need? Oh, I want some chartreuse for those yellowish parts. What else? And I'll use the dark green for any of the little shadows here and there. All right, if we need more, we'll get out more later. But I did finally go through all that whole bin of colored pencils that I just kept throwing in the bin. I did finally go through and put all those away. And because so many had been carried off and blah, 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 I did go ahead and go through and make sure I had all the pencils. And most of them I actually had multiples of. Okay, so here, right along his little head and cheek, is this big line here. And I'm not going to do it exact, but I'll do it. Oh, it goes right through his little butthole. I'll do it somewhat. Oops, I forgot to put my thing back on for easy cleanup later. Okay. Here about midway in his little gut. We've got a big vein coming out here. Up here. This is a weird thing that I decided to draw, I think. And I may end up not liking this at all. Depending on how well you can pull it off, right? Oops, I forgot this one upside his head. It looks a mess, doesn't it? You know, I could have just as easily done these lines in yellow as well. The little lines, you can't see through him. It's just the big ones. Okay, that one is that one. And these obviously aren't exactly the way they're shown, because the reason I'm not doing them is because everything is smaller. So I'll get as much texture in as I can. But yeah, they're definitely going to be different. You know what also could work really fun? I don't know if it would work or not with the matte medium, but say I wanted just a yellow wash of the whole card. I'd have to do him something permanent. I don't know if that would work or not. I'm gonna have to try that with one of them, just if I wanna put a whole wash on there. And if I could do it with the, I think I could do it with the gouache. I'm gonna try that. Up here, I can see the lines in him. Might do some of it with ink too. Just reminds me of doing the texture on that snail's body yesterday. That was actually really fun in the end, and it came out good. So I'm hopeful over here. It's crazy. I'm not even sure if I'm paying attention to how the lines are going. I'm just picking a place and drawing something that's on there. I definitely will be picking up some of the wax with a kneaded eraser. I don't know if that helps or not. It should. Let's finish up in here. There's only this one is. Oh well, we'll put some in even if they're not there. Because the longer you look, the more it's almost like a branch on a tree. There's more tributaries everywhere you look. And some of them aren't even connected. It doesn't appear to anything. So it's kind of crazy to try and draw it. This is a mess. See, like if I look down in here, there's just tons of little lines. But okay, I'm gonna pick it up with the kneaded eraser, and I keep one kneaded eraser that's just garbage, pretty much. I've used it for pen pastels. I've used it for everything. It's hard as a rock, and but it still works. But I don't ever use it with graphite. Sorry, heat gun. I'm going to heat up the kneaded eraser real quick, so I don't have to smush it. It's a cheater tool. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Noise pollution, but it does make it so much easier to knead when they're crappy like this. And I have new ones, so don't tell me get a new one. But the minute I use it on something like this, um, I wreck it, and I'm not sure if this is going to help. Little bit, little bit, little bit. All right, let's color him out first because I think that's going to help it not look so damn weird. The picture, it's so obvious that he's a shadow through the leaf, right? I don't know if that's going to end up being the case here. We shall see. Is that dark enough green, Dee Dee? It's not like I have a lot of options here. And this one I can press as hard as I want to get rid of those ridges, I'm hoping. You can still see the lines through him. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but I can see it on the original. And if I have to, I'll put him back in. But I can still see him. You don't have to smush it up. The green looks good. Okay, good. I left an opening. I think I picked that up when I used the kneaded eraser. Do you want me to draw a tail on there? Did I say hi, Judy, by the way? I forget because I've said hi to all you guys at Dee Dee's earlier. So I feel like we've just been hanging since 7:30 this morning. 7:30 my time. I found a really, really cool elephant that I want to draw on one of the gray cards. And I figured there would be a lot of gray selection. There's really not, you guys. Like, I have a ton of purples that I have no clue what I'm going to do with. Um, but I've had a ton of things, different shades of gray that I want to draw. And there's just such a very few selection. I was just like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to do half the stuff I want on the gray. But at some point, you guys are probably going to be faced with my drawing of a pillow or something on those purples because there's just not that much stuff that's purple, is there? Yeah, he does have a knobby knee. I even drew it. Yay, me. This one, I definitely will have 50% of the card left. So that was kind of always the goal. Probably need to sharpen here soon. So did anybody find out which frog has 5 toes on the back and 4 on the front? Is it a gecko? We don't have cute. We have lizards here, but we don't have cute ones. Ours are all pretty ugly. But they're fast, man. They love my greenhouse. When I go out there and open the door, man, do they scurry. They love the greenhouse because it's warm in there, right? And I'm sure there's probably ample food. Here's his little froggy silhouette. I just said about doing a yellow wash, but if I do the yellow wash to make it easy on myself, then I obliterate all the color on the card. Let me pull you down a little bit. It's crazy looking to me, but we're going to take some of the yellow. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to do it real dark, but give you the hint. Because he's on the other side of the leaf, right? So you would see these veins. That looks crazy. What color is this pencil? This is eggshell, Prismacolor, number 140. The green was Just the dark green. 908 dark green. But this eggshell color I use pretty frequently. I mean, I've definitely had to buy replacement pencils of it. It's a good replacement if you don't want stark white. And then for whatever reason, on the photo, you can't see the veins through his toes, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them in because I think it looks far cool. But I'm sure it's because his little paws are more dense or something. I don't know. I just make this crap up as I go. All right, let's start putting some of the yellow in. You can name him whatever you want, Judy. Probably if I named him, it would be some nasty word. All right, let's see about putting some like red in here. Mm. See, there actually is little tributaries. I don't want too big areas. All right, let's try some of this. I don't know that this is going to work, and I may end up wanting yellow instead. But look on the camera and see how it looks. This is chartreuse. Because some of these darker veins, it looks like maybe that's too dark. Let me get a medium green. That could be, Devin. Looks kind of crazy. I think the chartreuse will work. Let me see about getting a medium kind of green. Let me see where I see it happening. You know what? I just was thinking pan pastels again. Sorry if I got off camera. These are too big of spaces down here. I didn't draw enough tributaries. There aren't as many down there as why, I guess. Yeah, the leaf shading at some point is either going to make it or break it. And that's why I was thinking it might be a little easier. Well, what the hell? We got it out. We might as well try it. Ink. Okay. Oh, I have that one, that chartreuse green and pan pastels. Okay. Now we're just going to do it because we can. Because I've got the yellow and the chartreuse color. Let's try both of them. Let's add this damn plastic bag. So we've got that and we've got the yellow. So we'll try each of them and see how it does. And then I don't have, at least in this tray, I don't have really a good dark green. And the thing is, again, I don't want to obliterate all the card color because that's kind of the whole idea here, right? All right, let's see. We could end up doing this. Put the yellow down here because you can see down here how light it is. Now we're going to try the chartreuse and see which works better. There's another really good spot. We'll just go out. Well, I think the chartreuse is going to be a little bit better. I just cleaned it off, so you get a large area done, but I think it's a little harder to control than the pencil. Because it kind of is different places throughout the background. The darker green I'm going to have to do with pencil no matter what. So. And I should be able to pick it up easily with the eraser if I get it too dark or someplace I don't want it. I know, right, Dee Dee? It's pitiful that I have these awesome supplies that I hardly ever get out. It's just downright pitiful, actually. I'm going to probably have to go back over some of the lines. Because this is all just one great big fat boy experiment, right? Okay, let's do dark. Because all along the lines, there's almost like a dark rim, kind of. Sweet. Let's pick a place. Across his back leg in here. I'm not sure about doing too much dark where I've lightened it. It's this one. Let's see how that looks. It does, you can tell a lot more in the camera than if you're just looking at the card. Maybe that's why I like to draw on stream, because it does look so different. Where else is there chartreuse? Maybe I need to take a picture of that or just get away from it because it's all up this middle part. It does go on pretty thick though, so I'm gonna have to clean it off because it's really mostly around this center part. Oops. Thanks, Joan. He's kind of fun. And I'll go put those lines back in probably very last. Getting that picture away from me, looking at it from a distance, definitely helps. Problem my bad eyes. At least I went back to the same spot, so I know that one's right. Did you notice the frog? I said that, Shaz, that his front feet have only 4 toes and his bottom feet have 5, but I didn't screw up. Look, let me pull you guys out. 4 here, 5 here. I didn't make that up. I didn't goof up. Okay. Okay. Right here. Like a little dent in the leaf or something. I might need the lighter green. The monkey loves it. Good. Google State says that. All right. Well, I believe everything Goggle says. So um, if Goggle says that's the way it is, I'm going to believe Goggle. And at some point, like right here where I'm doing this is somewhat artistic license, because when I'm looking in the camera, the things that look way good, I tend to repeat them. You can't do it too much, though. Devin, there is not a white, or I didn't get one in mind. Um, like the first card in my box was bright, bright yellow. The white on the background of this, I painted in. But no, there is no white. There is a jet black, and that was the one I did the zebra on. But you only get one black, because I had different ideas for black. This is actually the black card. Um, I would have done a couple of different black ones if they had different color blacks. I really would have. But yeah, no white. But hey, bossy butt. Um, get out some white paper. When I'm looking in the camera, this does look it looks better than I thought. Okay. That's a shame. No white. You were trying to draw along? Well, probably the best thing to do would be to take a screenshot. Um, so yeah, if you're not happy with what you're doing, come back, do it later, or just turn on this video and pause it. That's what I do if I try and draw along with somebody, even if I'm not at their stream at the time they're doing it. Just pause that puppy and come back to it. You wanted to do a penguin. Well, you could do a penguin on the black, Devin. And that, okay, what was the one I did yesterday? Not the brown. That deep forest, that's almost black. There is a lot of greens. I know, Devin, and there's a lot of purples. And when you go in search of purple stuff to draw, we're both going to end up doing some grapes, I bet. Purple grapes. What else? Wine. I just spill my wine on the card. I don't even drink wine. Don't even like wine. Hate wine. I don't like that, all that yellow there. I probably should have put down some yellow here and there before I actually did these lines. If I had to do it over again, I would do it different, because I'm having to go back and fix things that I shouldn't have to go back and fix. It's weird where the darkness is. focus, you freak. There actually is a wrinkle in the leaf that I wouldn't. Well, I could erase, I guess. I really wasn't wanting to introduce more colors, though. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'm liking him. He's pretty cute. It's such a weird subject. It's almost like you can't judge it because um, it's almost like it's not real life. So, yeah. Shaz, I think that's true. If you haven't learned anything from Dee Dee, that's probably true of anything that you try and create. Um, if you add some shading or you use contrast, you will ultimately end up liking whatever you're doing a lot better. If you use all the same tones or whatever, um, you'll always feel like something's not right. I'm not really happy with this. But take one of your art pieces that you don't mind jacking with and just do that. Listen to Dee Dee because the girl definitely will give you some really good advice. And one of the early things I learned from her is if you're not happy with whatever it is, add some contrast. And all of a sudden you'll be like, holy cow, that's so much better. Because she's right. And I don't ever underestimate her years of experience. I mean, I feel like I took my first art class. Well, I took art in high school and, I think everybody had art back then. I don't know that they do anymore, but um, my first real art class was in college. And I feel like I've been attempting art since then. Okay, Dee Dee, you go have some fun. I'm not going to be here much longer. Um, but when I had all the kids and a job and stuff like that, I mean, there were many years where I never touched. Um, I still played with my rubber stamps and made cards and stuff like that or doodled, but I really didn't work at improving my drawing until I quit working. I just didn't have time. I mean, we had kids to feed and yeah, I just didn't have time until I quit working. So I haven't been at it nearly as many years as Dee Dee for sure. So don't underestimate Dee Dee's experience because she's done it all through the years. Always found time. We had too damn many kids. Plus, I commuted over an hour to work each day and kids to feed. So that really um digs into your free time. I'm just looking in the camera to see. Um it's not like I quit looking at the original, but I the camera almost makes it easier. to see where your shading needs to be so that the veins look like they're actually standing up. Ah, thank you, dear. Hi, by the way. I do not sell any of my work. 7, I don't know. This is a pastime and a hobby for me, something I love. I mean, I love being able to buy the supplies and use them. Um, but really, this is just, something to spend my time doing, and that's why I tell people, when you retire, you need to find a hobby. You have to have something to do. You'll go insane. Like, there's only so much house you can clean. There's only so much books you can read. You need something that you feel like you're, working toward, I guess? I don't know. But I have to say that in the years that I've been doing this, I can see improvement in my ability, and that's what I want. I mean, that's kind of the goal, right? Is that you get better at whatever it is you're doing. Um, and it's something I thoroughly enjoy. I love hanging out with you fibs. I love, just buying the stuff, really, because I always liked paper. Um, yeah, what's not to like? But the mistake most people make, in my opinion, is saying, "I can't. I can't do that. I can't." Well, the thing is, you're judging yourself against somebody who you shouldn't be judging yourself against. You're never gonna be the best, and I used to tell the kids this, and people thought it was probably cruel, but, you know, you're never gonna be the best. You're never gonna be the prettiest. You're never gonna be the smartest, but you can be the best you can be, and that's all you should try and be. Just be the best you. And so even in your artwork, don't try and be, Dee Dee. Don't try and be anybody else. Try the things that you find enjoyable, and if that's gluing something in a book, do a glue book. If you enjoy drawing, draw. If you wanna paint, paint. Like, just do something that is enjoyable because believe me, retirement is long. Like, every day you've gotta get up and feel the desire to do something. At least I do. And, cleaning the house, as much as I love a clean house, cleaning the house is not enough. Hi, Safia. And another thing, thank God for the internet because now we all have this awesome community. I mean, used to be I'd be just sitting here drawing alone, probably listening to the radio because I'm not a huge TV fan, but, I would have been sitting alone and there wouldn't have been the outlet for learning more other than books or, I'm not the kind of person that would go sign up for a, class at my local library or something like that. But by having this community, we have such a wealth of information available to us. I mean, just like sitting watching DVD in the morning, it's so amazing that we can do that, right? And that even after all these years that I've known Dee Dee and watched her, it's rarely, um, a day goes by or a stream goes by that she doesn't drop some little pearl of wisdom that I just go, "Damn it, why didn't I think of that?" So, we're just so fortunate that we have each other. I like trying new things too. Most things and I maybe it's just because 'cause I'm lazy. Most things, I'll try once, but if I have to make a mess kinda like jelly printing. I love the results of jelly printing. I can't stand the mess. So that I think that's why I enjoy drawing or maybe watercoloring or something like that because the mess is manageable. But I don't wanna do something for an hour and then spend 2 hours cleaning up. Just don't wanna do it. Okay, Here's one that definitely needs it. All right. I hope I haven't overdone it with these shadows, but the shadows definitely make those veins look like they're popping. So, hey, Christopher, good to see you. Well, Seven, I would say that is definitely a worthy cause and something that you might want to do with your time. And maybe you could work with less fortunate and troubled children doing something you love and something you're good at. Teach them to draw. Um, Teach them to glue something in a book, depending on how disabled or whatever they are. I started out to be a special ed teacher, and I was told not to. Not because I'm a big idiot, which would have been a good recommendation. I got too attached to the kids. I mean, I was a teacher in high school. I helped the special ed when I was in high school, and I practically had my dad convinced to adopt one of the little boys because he was in an abusive home, and it absolutely killed me. He told me one day, you guys, I this almost still to this day makes me cry. He told me one day that he walked to school. He came in late, and I said, "Where have you been?" He said, "I had to walk to school because my mother, who was really his aunt, he didn't know it was his aunt, because my aunt's still in bed." He said, "But I was lucky because I found some pizza in a trash can." He had eaten the pizza out of the trash can. I'm not kidding. I was practically in tears. I was home that night going, "Dad, we've got to help this kid. He's eating in trash cans because he missed his bus because his mother didn't get her ass out of bed. Now you're going to get me mad." Um, and he's eating pizza out of a trash can. Are you kidding? This is not okay. Exactly, Brenda. Yeah, it's heartbreaking to know some of their lives. And we had to. There was another little girl, and honestly, I could see their little faces if I just walked out of the classroom yesterday. Um, she was from a very big family. I mean, there was a lot of them, and of course, she was special ed, not not severely. Um, I'm not sure how she ended up in a special ed class, to be honest, because she wasn't. I didn't think she belonged there. Um, she used to come to school so dirty, so dirty. And so the teacher that I taught with, and I decided that we would start doing like a hygiene class. We had to call all the other parents and explain the situation that this one little girl needed help with hygiene, and we didn't want to, you know, make her feel different. So we talked to the other parents and told them that we would be doing hygiene in class, and that we were going to teach kids about washing your own face, um, brushing your own teeth, just the basic things that every one of these kids could do. Um, so that she, quite frankly, wouldn't stink. I mean, it was that bad. So, yeah, but yeah, I was counseled, you do not want to do this. You get far too attached. Thank you, Joan. See ya. I'm about done here anyway. So I don't know. I'll probably mess around and This one's just about done, though. I'm not sure that I can do much to make it any better. Not that it's perfect, but just that it's about, um, really, it's about as much time as I wanna spend, I guess, is the truth. And that's another thing is, um, all these cards, I I kinda give myself a time limit, like, there's probably more I could do, but time to stop. Would Barbara say? I'm just reading chat real quick, that's why I'm tired quiet. Oh, see, Barbara, and see, in a situation like that where they're sharing a pair of shoes, I would be out buying 'em shoes. Very special, I forgot because I wasn't diagnosed with dyslexia. See, that absolutely, I agree with that 7 that, you have to remember, like, when we're talking mid-70s, okay? I don't think we had the ability, um, or the knowledge. Uh, I think the ability comes with knowledge, but, to recognize that some kids have a different way of learning. I don't think we're good at it still, frankly, and that's why we label kids and say, "Oh, you're dyslexic, or you're autistic, or you're this, or you're that." I think there's got to be a way, and I wish somebody would start looking into it to see what environment do you work best in. Some kids are not gonna like competition. You put me in a competitive environment, I will break my back and everybody else's to thrive in that community. So I always did well in school because I wanted those A's. I wanted to get an A on that class. Like, not to mention I like going home and getting praise from my parents, but I was and still am just a very competitive person. There are some people who are horrible in competitive situations. Um, they're never gonna thrive there, they're never gonna learn there, all they're gonna do is feel pressure of failure. We have to treat those children differently. Um, yeah, see, I think by labeling people, um, you put them at such a disadvantage, like, find out what that kid is good at. Does he like to draw? Would it be better for him if there was music playing in the background? Does he need absolute quiet? There's got to be something for everybody. Not everybody's gonna do well in a class of 30. I'm sorry, they're just not. Exactly, Christopher, exactly, and that's why I think some of these, alternative schools are so valuable, like, if you recognize, um, your kid is not a strong reader, why in this day and age can we not have that same lesson taught via video or audiobook or some way that they can get the same material without having to read that book? Or the kids who thrive at reading, here's a massive amount of books, go consume them. I think our education system is absolutely despicable, and we should, in fact, be embarrassed that this is where we're at after all this time, that we've spent how much money, and it's not just in the United States, it's all over the world. We spent how much money, and we have kids in school today that can't read at grade level, that can't do math at grade level, and we're talking high percentages. We're not talking just a couple kids. I mean, back in my school days, there was probably 2 kids who really had trouble reading, and they got special assistance. Well, there's so many now, you can't give those kids special assistance. There's too damn many of them. Okay, Christopher, I'm gonna write that down because I have thought this, like, forever. Um, I think it's just an area where my frustration goes through the roof. It's a TED Talk by Sir Ken Robinson. Another thing I think, rather than having these overflowing schools with teachers of all different levels, and I think there are jobs out there for teachers, so don't think that I'm wanting to shit can the teachers, I'm not. But if we're gonna teach a subject, let's say in high school, physics, why don't we get the best person in physics, pay them a reasonable amount of money, but have them teach on video, um, the very basics of physics. Have it reviewed. If you can't do it interesting, do it again. I mean, why don't we have the best people in the field creating videos that kids can watch and, it's just, to me, it's insane that we have half-assed teachers out there teaching subjects that could be very boring that don't have to be, and history is a perfect example of it. I had the best high school history teacher in the world. His name was Mr. Cooper. He was a big old fat guy, and I absolutely loved him. I would have put him in my lunchbox and taken his dumb ass home. I loved him that much. But he told history more like a story. And it wasn't about learning the dates. It was about learning why it was important to know this. It didn't matter that it happened in 1492 or whatever. It was important that the actual thing happened. And then all that other stuff, just you wanted to learn. He made you want to understand history. See, that's true, CB, and that's why our Department of Education needs to just be overhauled. I would think that what we need to learn should be so freaking obvious. And then by the time you're in high school and you kinda have a clear idea of what your interests are, you can go take that wood shop or that art class or that pottery or whatever it is, whatever you think you can use for a lifetime. Go take specialty in that, because I can promise you as much science and math as I've taken, I've used almost none of it because I'm not a STEM person. There are some people that are. They need to learn that. So I don't know. We've got problems. We've got problems. True that, Cherry Brett. Okay, you guys, should I get my ass off my soapbox now? There's a saying that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Exactly, Barbara, exactly. You taught for 34 years. I admire people who can do it because being in a classroom with those kids sometimes, I'm sure, was the hardest thing on earth. But again, we have to have discipline. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Barbara. All right, you guys, here's another card done. I'm gonna call this one done. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know everything, but I definitely am not afraid to say, um, it's time we take a look at some of the things we've been doing. Didn't leave much room for that, but who cares? I'm a good spokesperson for education with common sense. You know what we're missing throughout everything, Christopher, is common sense. I want common sense back. You had a 10th grade math teacher that couldn't tell me what 2 times 3 was, but his mother didn't want him to be in dummy class. Oh my god. Yeah, see, and parents, don't get me freaking started on parents. If your kid needs to get his ass beat, beat his ass. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Alright, you guys. Probably went too far there. Yeah, see, and I think history is one subject that they just screw up horribly because history is so incredibly fun, but they make it so damn boring. All right, you guys. I will see you Wednesday morning over at Dee Dee's. Go be nice to the frogs and each other. All right, you guys. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I love you guys. See you later. Bye.